The Hells Angels are the most infamous outlaw biker gang in the world, but they aren't indestructible. They have enemies that are equally heartless and dangerous, and Hells Angels have been coming to blows with them for years. And you might think the Hells Angels' biggest threats emerge from the streets, but you could be wrong. Hells Angels' most dangerous enemies devises a scheme from the shadows. Brace yourselves to discover the eye-opening facts about Hells Angels that will make you question everything you knew about them. This video is going to change your perspective on how Hells Angels face threats other than their outlaw biker clubs. The cloaked threat of death dealing underworld. Within the dark world of Hells Angels, where loyalty, brotherhood, and secrecy hold together the Hells Angels fam, there exists an enemy that stays off stage and plays its game from the shadows, underworld agents. These are the people who are exposing the foxhole of Hells Angels with significant risk, and this could cripple the foundation of this club real quick. Similar to other illegal biker gangs, the Hells Angels has also been the target of law enforcement agencies attempting to pull apart their criminal enterprises. These underworld agents, often called rats or moles, are the most menacing foes that a club could ever encounter, given that they go along with the members plotting against them with a loyal, disguised face. Here's the real deal. They all carry the same goal: accumulate evidence of criminal acts like drug trafficking, violence, illegal sale of firearms, and more, all while maintaining their loyal position. Some agents even go too far with their mission and commit serious crimes to conserve their cover character. Invasion and betrayal, the sneaky lives of underworld agents. The world of outlaw biker gangs is indeed dark, yet an even more demanding endeavor is living a life with double personas in the club. These agents, working under the supervision of law enforcement agencies, adopt a totally different identity and become a wolf under sheep's clothing in the premises of the club. And guess what? They often break new grounds to show their dedication and loyalty to their real foreman. Let's talk about a man named John Blackie Sims, an underworld agent who went the extra mile to pull off his mission in 1990. Sims was an ex-biker gang member and was given a task to bring out evidence of the club's criminal activities. In order to execute his plan, he got along with a new identity and kept a fake criminal record to strengthen his position in the club. Aside from being a part of club meetings and events, Sims also actively participated in crimes like drug trafficking and firearm sales. He was successful in creating his charm within the club, thus winning the trust of members through dedication and loyalty. For a span of years, he maintained a solid double identity position and transferred secret information about the club to underworld agencies. Another profound example in this sector is Susan Smith, a courageous woman who worked as an agent and a member of Hells Angels. Smith won the hearts of club members by stealing the heart of one of the club's leaders. Yet she fit herself within the community so smoothly that she easily fetched critical information related to illegal activities, and it led to dozens of arrests within the club. Both Sims and Smith understood the fact that one wrong step could result in a disaster. Still, they managed to stay truthful to their professionals and reached new heights while living a life of deception. The challenging game of hide and seek. The biker club, infamous for its frequent criminal activities, has brought about a framework to detect moles within the club. In order to stay safe, these agents must go through the necessary countermeasures used by the Hells Angels. And this is where the game begins. The most difficult challenge for informants is to undergo background checks by the club. Club members carefully inspect the history of potential club members. They ensure to unveil any underworld agents attempting to become a part of the club by digging deep within their histories, personal connections, and criminal records. Therefore, in order for informants to seal their spots in the club, they must come up with a carefully built backstory that combats the infiltration process and criminal history that perfectly associates them with the club's values. On the other hand, informants use advanced technology and techniques like encrypted communication channels and safe spots to deliver critical information to their handlers without fear. Moreover, these agents are put on training to notice signs of surveillance while keeping up a constant state of caution. Now listen to the iconic twist. It all goes beyond staying vigilant and participating in criminal acts. These informants undergo extensive training to mingle smoothly in the criminal atmosphere. They skillfully adapt their personal code language, mannerisms, and culture to dodge the risk of suspicion. The deepness of this challenge to fuse with the criminal underworld is not for cowards, because informants are required to keep developing themselves with progressive circumstances. Regardless of every possible precaution, underworld agents fall victim to the constant threat of exposure. If an informant gets uncovered by any chance, they could face violence, detention, or even death. And this game of hide-and-seek between agents and the Hells Angels is a challenge that takes balls. Far-reaching consequences, arrests and accusations within Hells Angels. The active presence and participation of underworld agents within Hells Angels have initiated far-reaching consequences for the club. In this section, we will discuss the real-life cases of arrests and accusations that took place within the club and shook the foundation of this outlaw biker club. The first example is Operation Black Biscuit, which was executed in British Columbia, Canada in 1997. The undercover agents invaded the Hells Angels with completely different identities and played a part in criminal activities. Their constant hard work resulted in the detention of several influential Hells Angels members, like Larry Amaro and Ronaldo Lissing. And of course, these arrests echoed shockwaves throughout the club, unleashing the club's never-seen-before vulnerabilities. The same occurred in Quebec, Canada in 2009 during Operation Ivan. The agents delivered sensitive information regarding club members' activities. It was a moment of victory for everyone involved, including big wheel members like Maurice Mom Boucher. Another big example is Operation Iron Fist, which was executed in California, USA in 2016. This operation was also successful in capturing many club members, including George Christie Jr., an ex-leader. While we are already discovering different arrests, we shouldn't forget about Operation Spring Cleaning that occurred in 2012 in Australia. This operation didn't only pull down Hells Angels, but also knocked down several other outlaw biker clubs. These real-life instances perfectly illustrate how far these underworld agents can go to eliminate the criminals. Their meticulously planned actions resulted in accusations, detentions, arrests, and disturbances in criminal operations. Adding to the intrigue, these arrest cases caused great internal conflicts, tension, and mistrust between the club members. This is how underworld agents influence the secretive and impenetrable planet of Hells Angels. In the dark globe of undercover agents and the Hells Angels, the entanglement of betrayal, loyalty, and trail of justice has been unleashed in front of you. Through this video, we clearly comprehend that both Hells Angels and law enforcement agencies go to great lengths to safeguard the integrity of their organizations. And don't think that the undercover agents are the only dangerous enemies of Hells Angels, because you haven't seen it all. So if you guys liked this video and want to know more about Hells Angels' other enemies, drop a comment and give this video a like.